Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I'm coming to you with another sales update video. The first item I have is a leather coat from Worthington. I only paid $1 for this. I wouldn't actually pay a lot more for it. It took a while to sell, at least 6 months, and it sold for $22.49. All the pricing I'm going to give you is some of it has free shipping, some of it is the shipping separate. So the total I'll give you is including shipping. All right, the next item I have is a Ralph Lauren dress shirt. It doesn't matter the style, I don't think, as long as it's clean looking, as long as it has that pony on it. The pony's pretty important. They sell, I would say, between $15 to $20 on the most part, at least for me. I paid $1 for this at the Salvation Army, and it sold for $19.99. All right, the next item I have is a pair of women's 545 jeans. That is definitely nothing special. I only paid $1 for them at the Salvation Army, and they sold for $15.99. Oh, let me show you the tag. Okay. All right, the next item is a Sportif, a North Sportif winter coat. This was at the Goodwill. It made it to a half-off sale. I paid $6 for it, and it took a little while to sell, but eventually sold for $29.99. All right, this is a Hollister Abercrombie sweater. Again, this is just bread and butter item, nothing special. I paid $1 for this at the Salvation Army, and I took a best offer of $14. Now, it's a very light sweater, so it did go first class mail. All right, this was great. This is an Old Navy wool pea coat. It was size large and plaid, and it was in great condition. And I don't know how it made it to the 50-cent sale at the Goodwill, but it did. So I paid 50 cents for this, and it sold for $49.99. Okay, this is just a vintage black leather cap, a newsboy. It's from Harvard. Let me just show you the tag. There you go. I always pick up these vintage hats. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm just trying them. I probably from now on, most likely they will be going over to Etsy, but this still isn't bad. All our hats at the Goodwill are $2.49, and this sold for $24.99. Okay, this was a Lucky Brand Western Pearl Snap shirt, and I just thought it was kind of interesting looking. And I looked it up before I bought it because it was full price at the Goodwill for $4.50. And it looked pretty good, and it sold pretty well. It sold for $24.99, and it sold fairly quickly. And it shipped first class mail. Okay, this was a 50-cent sweater. I wouldn't have picked it up at all if it wasn't 50 cents. I don't even know what the name was. The name was so unimportant, I didn't even put it in the title. Oh, I didn't put it anywhere. Oh, there. You can see a picture of it. The United States sweaters. I don't know. I had it on for a long time, though. I had it on for several months, and eventually it did sell for $12.99. Okay, this is great. I love anything I can attach the words boho or hippie to. It's just, I don't almost care what the title is. If it just looks like a peasant blouse or it has this type of look to it, if I can attach those keywords, I don't even think, I didn't put the, no, I didn't even put the name in the title. So I didn't put it anywhere again. Yeah, okay. So let me see if I have a tag that will show you. Because it wasn't important. This brand is not important. So I didn't use it at all, and it's still sold. So I paid $5 for this, and it sold fairly quickly for a grand total of $32.14. So if you see this style of coat and it's got the trim and it looks like something they're trying to recreate from the 60s, it sells very well for me. So you may want to give it a try. Okay, this is a Banana Republic pair of dress pants. I picked this up for 50 cents at the Goodwill, and it's sold for $23.99. This was a vintage Woolrich sweater. I did have it for a while. I had it for at least 6 months. I only paid $1 for this at the Salvation Army, and it sold for $18.79. Okay, this was really nice. This was a Columbia ski coat. And at first, I didn't realize that this is actually just the shell. Like this is supposed to come with like a puffer, like not a liner, but well, I guess I did call it a liner. But it's supposed to have the inside is supposed to be this puffer inside of the jacket, and it wasn't included. It wasn't there. So I realized that when I got it home. But it was such a good buy that it would have been about $100 if it did have that puffer liner. But even without it, just the shell, I was able to sell it for $50. So it was only a dollar, and it sold for 50. And there you go. And it was an extra large, so that was a nice size too. All right, this is the Tommy Hilfiger denim jacket. I just liked the way it looked, so I picked it up for $2.50, and it sold for $19.99. Normally with Tommy Hilfiger, you want it to have the spell out lettering, or the flag or something about it. But I just thought someone would like to pick up, a nice denim jacket, and they did. It sold fairly quickly at that price. These are great. Born. How do you pronounce that? Gwyn harness leather riding boots. Any of these boots that look like they're riding boots, they do sell like very well, and Born is definitely a good brand. So I picked these up for $7 at the Salvation Army, and they sold for $69.99. Okay, here's another vintage cap. That's what I'm saying. They when you can pick them up and they're in good condition, they do sell pretty well. I'm kind of excited to move them over to Etsy to see how they do. But this one I paid $2.50 for, and it sold for $15.99, and it ships first class mail. Okay, this was something I picked up when I first started picking up clothes. So I had it forever, and the pictures aren't really good. It doesn't really show it off very well, but I would pick this up again if it was cheap enough, except the elastic in it had like dry rotted. So even with that, it did sell for $18.99, and I paid a dollar for it. But if it was in good condition, I put it over at Etsy. I'm sure I could have gotten more. All right, this is a Talbot's Petite jacket. It was $4 at the Goodwill, and it sold for $24.29. Right, this was great. This was, I don't know if you know this, but Griswold and these cast iron Dutch ovens are a fantastic thing to find. I paid $10 for this at a garage sale, and I knew about it when, as soon as I saw it, I knew. And it was rusted, all on the inside, and it really needed to be cleaned up. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it. And I bought it, and I put it aside, and I kept putting it off for like a year. I put this off. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I'll just put it on the way it is. So I don't know if I could have gotten a lot more, but I paid $10 for it. I put it out for $100, and I sold it for a grand total of $114.89. So if you see these, I think some are worth more than others, just like anything else, but overall, they're always worth some money. So you definitely want to pick that up. Okay, here's a few sales from Etsy. The first one is just a vintage belt buckle with a ship on it. I just thought it was kind of cool. So I picked it up for $2, and it sold for a grand total of $13.74. Now I did try at first to get more money for this one, but for some reason they weren't picking it up, so I did lower to sell it. All right, this is a vintage pineapple hook. It was only 69 cents, but if you can get these things in pairs, I can't tell you how many people emailed me. It's like, oh, do you have another? I need two. So if you can find this in a pair, you can ask for a lot more money than I got. But I picked it up for 69 cents, and it sold for $9.61. Okay, this is just a little vintage metal toolbox. And you want to use keywords like an organizer or art supplies. That's what I would use it for. It didn't have a name. It definitely had rust and wear, but that's actually what added to the charm of it. And I picked it up for $2, and it sold for $23.24. And the last one is So two very commercial Disney mugs with grandma and grandpa on the sides. I didn't look it up. They were just really clean. I think the only flaw was this tiny, tiny little hairline scratch on the one. The insides were really clean. I thought it was really cute. They were only 49 cents each. And they sold also very quickly on Etsy for $25.49. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and your sales are going great. And I will see you next time.